Hey there guys, so I have got the Konica Minolta C1060 in the studio now for around a year and a half, and in this video I'm going to go over what I like about it, what I don't like about it, what problems I've encountered with it, and if I could get into a DeLorean and go back in time, would I buy it again? Let's find out. So guys, let me give you a little quick tour of the printer and what I've got on it. So you've got 5 drawers here, you've got 1, 2, and then we've got 3, 4 and 5 here. So most of the time I've got the heavy cardstock in here, 350 gram, because it allows for the straightest path through the printer. In drawer number 4 here I've got 170 gram paper that I would use for flyers and posters. And then up at the top, I don't think I've actually used. Drawer number 1, I would have sticker paper in there, and then drawer number 2, I would have your regular office paper, or maybe just slightly bit heavier than office paper. And up here then, if you look at the console, it will show you the drawer tray number 1 down to 5. It will show you the size of the paper that you have in each one and the weight. Okay, here we've got the photocopier and the scanner. So scan up to A3, and then this is your booklet maker. This is the entry-level booklet maker. It will saddle stitch up to an 80-page document, an 80-page booklet with your standard office paper. And then in here we have got the engine of the printer, I guess you could say. This can pull out, so if you ever get a paper jam, you can pull this out and then just find where the paper is and pull it out. And what else have we got? So in here then you've got your 4 toners. As a graphic designer and a print shop owner, the first thing I was looking for in one of these printers is definitely going to be the print quality. And with a DPI of 1200 by 1200, that's considered excellent for most printing purposes. The texts and the images are sharp, full of vibrancy, full of clarity, especially on that 170 gram silky paper that I use for flyers and posters. Now the gradients on the 350 gram wouldn't be as nice as I want them, so for that reason I tend to stay away from that. But for most other printing purposes, the quality is superb in this printer, and I'll show you a few samples. So this is an A3 poster I found on Google of the Mandalorian. So I just took it into Photoshop, sharpened it up a wee bit, but you can see the quality here. It really is vibrant. The clarity on it is superb. So this is printed on 170 grams silky paper. And yeah, so the 1200 by 1200 DPI is excellent. This is just another poster that a lady is looking to get printed. A3, this is SR-A3 paper. Here I have got a gift voucher. This is printed on 350 gram cardstock. So again, very good quality. This is front and back. And then I've got my own price list over here. Again, printed 170 gram, and this is a bifold A4 size. And actually here is some stickers that I've done. So another thing I love about this printer is the fact that it can duplex print. That means double-sided print up to 350 gram. So 350 gram would be your standard weight for business cards, for gift vouchers, for postcards and birthday cards and things of that nature. So it's one of the things I was looking for when I decided to purchase one of these printers. And better still, it can duplex print 350 gram up to SR-A3 size. So this means that I can get 21 business cards onto one sheet of SR-A3 paper. Now, at the time of making this video, these sheets are costing me 27 cents each. So to produce 100 business cards, it's going to cost me €1.35 in paper. Third thing I love about it, guys, is the speed of it. Now this thing is exceptionally fast, but then again I'm comparing it to an old Canon IP8750 that I was using around. I remember every Christmas I would get orders for gift vouchers, and it would take me about, I'd say, 2 minutes to print an A4 piece of cardstock on that printer. In 2 minutes I could print out, I could have 100 gift vouchers on this thing. So yeah, it is very, very quick. Okay, so one thing I don't like about this printer, guys, is some of the limitations on it. Now, most of them are down to the booklet maker and creasing unit that I have on this, which is the entry level one. But what I mean is this printer cannot produce Z-fold leaflets. It'll not fold anything above your standard office weight, which I believe on the printer is 81 to 91 grams. Now, you can't bypass this, and how you do that is, what happens is when you put paper into this machine, the machine will automatically pick up the size of that paper, but it's up to you to input the weight of the paper. So technically you could put 170 gram paper into the printer and just tell the printer that it's 90 grams. The printer's not going to know, and it will fold it for you. I haven't had a problem with that yet, but yeah, that's one of the things that does bug me a little bit about it, but then it gets up to me to get a better folding unit. So a lot of the issues I had at the start with this printer came from the booklet maker here. Now, what was happening was that static electricity was building up, meaning that the last page of each booklet, well, I wouldn't say each booklet, I'd say maybe every 1 in 10 or 2 in 10, it was, the last page wasn't dropping into the booklet maker fast enough, meaning that it wasn't stapled in the center. Probably around Christmas last year then, or early December last year, the motor went on it and it has been replaced. Now, since I got the new one, it has been nowhere near as bad, so I'm just glad to report that. Alright, so this is a problem that occurs every now and again on the Konica 1060 here. You can see this roller mark going up the right hand side of the page. So that is telling me basically that one of the developers has pretty much run out or is running very low. So this is what it should look like. And this is what it's coming out like now, so you can clearly see that. So the big question is, how much was the printer and do I think it was worth it? So the printer cost me €15,000 in April of 2022. So that was €12,000 plus €3,000 VAT. Now I'm not going to get the VAT back because I'm not VAT registered just yet. So it cost me €15,000. Now you might find it cheaper on Machine Seeker or some other website, but I got a 3-year service contract with this machine, and for that I think it makes it worth the money, because you know the guys have been down a couple of times, more than a couple of times. They've been down half a dozen times, you know, fixing things and replacing things. And you know, if you didn't have that service contract, then how much are you going to be paying a technician to come down and repair things? You're paying for their time, you're paying for the parts, you're paying for their travel. So all them things is going to add up. So I think, yeah, definitely worth the money to have that peace of mind and have that 3-year service contract. I've still got a year and a half left on it. Plus, them guys are, the guys in Dublin that supplied it, they're trying to teach me as much as I can about it, which is good to know. And another thing is, I would have got a return on my investment in this machine. It is a workhorse. It is a money-making machine when it's running. It doesn't print money, unfortunately, but if I can keep this machine running, keep it busy, I know I'm going to be making a lot of money out of it. So yeah, it's definitely worth the money. Plus it gives me a lot more options here in the studio. I can produce business cards, I can produce greeting cards, gift vouchers, posters, flyers, brochures. It gives me so many more options, and it's good to have that.